Hello everyone, my name is Saksham Dikshit and this is my channel Pentest Diaries. So today I'll come up with another video of creative idea, and this time I'm naming it this as a knowledge share. So this is nothing like a creative idea, this is just a knowledge share. So this is related to what are the type of tools which we can utilize it from the Linux itself. So that is the main concept behind it. How exactly, and if we're talking about the red teamer or if I talk about the penetration testers, how exactly they conducted the attack, what type of tools they're preferring it. I'm not giving a full list of it. That full list is, if you want it, I'll provide the full list also, but it will might be going to 30 pages, 50 pages or 100 pages itself. So I'm just giving a little bit idea about it. If a person is just try to get an understand about how exactly anyone can enumerate, anyone can do the social engineering. So how exactly the things that person can do it. That was the main reason behind it, just sharing few tools with you. Those tools you can utilize it, and on the basis of that you can at least get the information about it. It's nothing like a actual exploitable tool, but there is one tool I'm just explaining about it also, but that's a rarest one. Now you can't use it on a I can say that on a in an enterprise environment itself, as it's already blocked. But that is also one other thing. If you're approaching it from the external world itself, like if you are an attacker and working it from your home lab itself, then definitely you can try these possibilities. So going further with that, if we talk about the penetration and the vulnerability assessment, so first thing which you have to tell about it, like there is a difference between a penetration testing and there is a difference between a vulnerability assessment. So VA, where we just try to get it, scan it, and we get the result, that is coming under the category of the vulnerability assessment. But if we talk about the penetration testing, VA enhancement version is, we call it as a penetration testing. There, what exactly, like whatever the output we're getting, we'll try to go deeper in it and we'll try to exploit that. That is the main purpose behind it if we're talking about penetration testing. So penetration testing is ahead of the vulnerability assessment. Now going further with that, taking example, if you have some target, like someone is asked you, like I will provide you one target, just what exactly it's whatever tool is supposed to prefer with that. So definitely the first tool which you have to use it, nmap. Nmap is one of the tools which you have to use it just to get the identify all the ports running on the target server itself. If we have the IP address or host name, by that way using nmap we can get the details about it. So that is the best tool which you have to use it. There are any other tools are also available in the market itself than nmap, which having a different type of output. But if you're talking about the basic nmap itself, that this is one of the tools which you have to use it for it, just to overcome, just to get it, identify the ports, what are the ports running on target machine itself. Other tools are also available like a mask scan or such type of tools are already available. You can use it as per your need itself, but that should be get allowed in the environment. This is most of the tools which you can use it in a controlled environment. Like nmap is one of the tools which you can use it in a controlled environment also. It's something like I can say that a infected tool, but couple of other tools which you can import it from the GitHub and try to get it utilized on your machine. But in couple of cases those are not you're not downloading from a reliable source, so definitely it's having infected code inside of it. So don't go with that. Like the system detail you're getting with the nmap also, not if you're looking for a fancy type of result, then in that case go further with that, but on your own risk. Don't go with that. Going further with that nmap itself, so what exactly nmap I explain you about it, like this is the command syntax itself which you have to, like you simply have to type nmap and then we have to put the IP address. In case of IP address, if you have the host, you can do that. There are NSE is also one of the thing. I'm not explaining over here itself, as this is just a basic one. So NSE is also one of the thing which you have to use it, like as per the scripts which is already, we have, like taking example, if you have identify any port over there itself and you have a doubt, like might be a possibility that port is a vulnerable port, like the services running over there itself is a vulnerable one, then definitely you have to go with the NSE itself, utilizing one of the NSE which is available. Like couple of NSE are already preloaded over there. It's when you're installing the package. By that way itself, you can utilize it, that NSE, and you can go further with that, just to know that whether it is really exploitable or not. That you can get it identified with the nmap. Going further with that, if I talk about aircrack ng. So there might be a possibility at the time when I have covered the concept of when we're going with the Raspberry Pi concept, then at the time, like, I've tried my best to cover up with the hacking part itself. So AirCrack NG is one of the tool which you can use it for the Wi-Fi hacking. Like, this is a sniffing tool itself, and using that you can crack the password also. So that is the functionality of this tool. I'll read the content for a suite of tools for wireless network analysis. That's one of the thing, and penetration testing, including the password cracking for the Wi-Fi network itself. So this will give you the analysis also. Along with that, you can crack the password also. That both the things you can do it using AirCrack NG, and this is a syntax for it, where we have to mention AirCrack NG is the first thing. Then after the interface, on which interface we want to run it. Definitely you require the alpha card over there. It's an alpha card or any other external wireless card you required on your machine to get it attached through either with a USB or whatever is it. And after that you have to provide one of the word list, and definitely you have to use a RockU, one of the word list which you can utilize it. And if you have any captured file already with a Wireshark, or you have captured it by any other way, like there might be one of the command arrow dump. Like, I'm not explaining over here itself, this is a command which I'm using it. Before that also you can use one of the command arrow dump through which we can make it a pkf file, and that you can utilize it over here itself just to crack that password out of it. So that is one other thing. I'm not giving all the stuff related to that. If I go in a deep, like, definitely it will take, like, this video will be going almost over 1 hour or 2 hours itself, so I don't want to go to that level. This is just a video where the persons, if they don't have any knowledge about it, they can start learning about these things. Going further with the John the Ripper. John Ripper is one of the things where you have the hash and you wanted that to be get it cracked and get that output appropriately for it. So this is one of the tools through which there is a combination over there itself, utilizing a word list or a preloaded word list. You can use it, and by that way you can retrieve the password out of it. So hashes you have to provide it, you get the output out of it. That is the things which we have to use it over here. So this is the format for it. We have to mention the format if you're aware about it, and the hash, whatever the password hash you have it, you will simply have to put it and you can get the result of it. If it's feasible with the John, definitely you can get it. If it's a customized hash, then definitely you're not getting the appropriate output and you can't retrieve the password out of it. Going further with that, Metasploit. So Metasploit also one of the tool, and this is an intrusive tool, I can say that. So don't use this in your enterprise environment itself. Like, if you want to test it, just test it on your local machine itself or on a virtual environment of your system itself. Don't go for any enterprise section for it. This is just to be get it perform in a controlled environment. Don't go with any enterprise section where you are just running the Metasploit and you are harming your servers, production servers or development servers, whatever is it. So this is also one of the Metasploit based tool itself which you can utilize for it. Normally earlier when the scripts are not available over itself, the people are using the Metasploit, but easy. You have to put the target, port number, you have to use the appropriate Ruby based scripts to be get intact, payloads to be get attached, and then by that way itself you are getting the Metasploit session couple of cases itself. Like, I'll show you that this is the result for it. So taking example, we have simply have to search like SMB is one of the port. I am just seeing it as service. Then I'm just proceeding further with what type of expert I'm having over here. So they have the list also, what type of modules they have it. On the basis of the modules, we simply have to get it select. Then after that, we have to provide that options like the target and the port and everything, host name and the IP address and the port number. We have to get it provided for the target. Then after that, we simply have to go for it, and then we have to run the exploit itself. By running the exploit, we simply have to target it for our machine to the target machine, and we get the Metasploit session, like taking control of it. Either it's a low level privilege you are getting it, or it depends on what type of privilege you are getting it. Then you have to go for the later movement using this, or you have to increase that or upgrade the privileges, like whatever the service utilized by the system or the administrator try to get it mapped with it. So that type of thing you can do it later on itself. I'm not doing those things over here itself. This is just for informatic purpose, and that I've already covered in my red teaming, so you can see those things also. if you really want to know how exactly we are starting from the scratch, going further with that, getting a low privilege, then going for further with it and getting the domain control access completely, then in that case you simply have to go with a series of red teaming, which I have already published it, and in that I have explained the whole set about like with the servers, with the domain controller, two domain controller, how to get it compromised that from the basic system itself where you don't have any much privileges over itself, that you have to go ahead further with that. So these are the steps which you can see that over here itself. I have already explained you over here with the screenshot, so I'm not reading that content for you once again. Going further with that, now enumeration and exploitation. This is the most important thing. So enumeration is one of the things where you just getting a lot of details about it. Like Nessus is one of the tool. If you are having a license, that's okay, but otherwise unlicensed version is also be available for a normal scan. You can do that running on your basic systems also. On a window machine, you can get it, install a scanner, Nessus scanner, put it target. You get the authenticated. If you definitely, if you are performing assessments for it, or you are doing as a black box, or you're having a target but just only IP address you have it, but you don't have any credentials for the target, then definitely you simply have to go for it without the credentials. Unauthorized, I can say the unauthenticated access, you're supposed to go with the scan for it. You're getting the results, port, services, you can get in the details about it, or weaknesses, ciphers, everything you can get the details with the Nessus tool, which you can utilize it for the enumeration. Going further with the Nicto is also one other tool which I am using it earlier a lot. Like Nicto giving you, like if you have the window based target, definitely, and in that you have, if the target having port 80 or 440 over itself, Nicto is one of the things which you can utilize it just to get that traversal. Other things you can get it very easily using the Nicto itself. So a lot of details as an enumeration part, you can get the details about it using the Nicto tool very well. So this is a syntax for it. You simply have to put -h after Nicto, and then you have to put the URL itself, and URL definitely you have to port 80 or port 440 should be running for it, and any other port also. If it's HTTP is one of the service you require it to be get it run by that. Using that you can do the needful whatever you're looking for it. But this is an enumeration one. You are not exploiting anything over it. You are getting the details about the headers and everything using the Nicto. Going further with that, this is one of the most important tool, SQL map, and I'm not suggesting you to run that. This should be you can run it in a control environment. Don't go with like just know the commands, trigger that on a target. If you identify any SQL, like couple of guys identify the injection in the application and they are running the SQL map directly without knowing the appropriate impact on it. Like in couple of cases when you're running it directly on a production or dev environment also, you are generating a lot of traffic over there itself, and this is not so good. Like as a security professional, you should know the actual impact of it. So our target is we have to go for the manual one. If you want to run it, then you should know like how to optimize the output and how to optimize run. If you're running a tool, how you can utilize it in an appropriate way, not with the like whatever the commands they have it, you're simply running it without knowing what's the impact on a target. So make sure that when you're using the SQL map, it should be the control environment. If you're aware about everything, then in that case it's okay. Otherwise, go with the manual one. That's far preferring option for you. And this is a syntax, you have to use it. This is basically just to like with that injection point, we are trying to inject a lot of queries, and by that way itself we'll just try to retrieve like a database name, tables, columns, everything. We'll try to go ahead further with that. So SQL map is one of the tool through which either we can take a control in later phase also. That's also one of the thing which we can do it. SQL shell I'm talking about. Now we'll go further with that, and social engineering, I can say that this is one of the thing, or even I can say a web application security itself. Bobsuit I have not mentioned over here itself, but that's also one of the tool which you have to use it a lot. And couple of tools which we have discussed so far itself, those plugins are already available in Bobsuit. You can run it and map related SQL map. These are the plugins are already available, or extensions are available. You simply have to get it installed. That if you have a pro version, you can get it installed. If you are using a freeware version, then that is definitely you have a restriction. You can only intercept the traffic and analyze it, but there is nothing like that. You're not having option to run any automated scans using that. So that's one of the thing. If you're using a Bobsuit free edition community version itself, then you don't have that much privilege. In case of a professional version, you have all the privileges over there. So you can install the extensions, you can run that scans, you can get the output appropriately for it. So I'm just coming back to the social engineering. So as SET is one of the tool which you can use it for the social. It's having a combination of a lot of things. Education purpose itself, we are utilizing it over here itself. Like they have a lot of modules integrated over there, so which you can utilize it for the social engineering. And social engineering, I'm talking about a phishing type of attack. You can get it conducted. A lot of ways through which you can do the social engineering. So that's one of the thing. Even for getting the information of the target itself, couple of cases like the people are doing social engineering just to get the details about it. If they are not getting it from details handy, then in that case definitely they're going with the person just to get the details about it with manipulating the guy. WP scan is one of the automated scan which you can use it if a target having a WordPress as WordPress is a platform where it's on a target machine itself, and definitely you can use a WP scan just to get a lot of vulnerability using this scanner. So this is one of the thing which you can use it. Nowadays WordPress is very rare as like people are using it, but if there is a possibility any old application which you're doing the conducting the assessment from your side and you have identified WordPress is over there itself, definitely you can run this, but don't rely a lot on it. Like whatever the result you're getting it, try to get it mapped manually from your side so that you can know like whether this is a false positive or this is a really a true actual issue which you identify using the scanner. Okay, this is the syntax for it where you have to put the URL. Along with that you simply have to put the target URL. Now this is most important information. So this is most important. Why? The thing is that like few persons when they are seeing this video, they definitely try to install all these tools or using the kernel exactly just to run those for any target. Don't go with that. There are a lot of restrictions are available, and if you are doing anything improper, unethical steps, you are performing it from your machine itself, it might be a possibility any action will be taken against you, and I do not want you to be in trouble anymore. This is just for a knowledge purpose itself which I am sharing the information with you. Either you have authority to perform such type of action itself as a beginner. If you're getting authority, definitely go for it, or for the bug bounty definitely you can utilize it. Even in bug bounty also you just have to go with instructions appropriately what they have mentioned, what type of tools they are restricting, accordingly go for it. Don't go with like whatever tools are having, run it all 100 200 tools on the target itself and getting a lot of information about it. Don't go with that. Nowadays a bug bounty, most of the organizations are restricting such type of automated tools through which they are not generating a lot of traffic on their target. They do not want a lot of traffic to be hitting to their organization. That was the reason they are restricting such type of tool. If you are trying to do that, definitely they will restrict you and they will block your access or blacklist you. So don't go in such a way itself. Always if you are working like a penetration tester or working like a red teamer, definitely be think about like all the ways, like not always thinking about only the things how to get it penetrated, how to get that result out of it. No, you should know what is right and what is wrong. That's most important. These are the 3 points which is most important for you before going further with that. I am aware about it, what actually the boundaries about it. I've worked in security for so many years, but still I know like where exactly I have to get it stopped and where I have to get the permission for it before going further with that. So that is most important if you're aware about. Otherwise you will be in trouble. Later phase you can hack anything, but later phase itself you will be in trouble. Like when anyone is taking action against you, you are not in a position to give the answer for it, as you're doing this stuff's unethical. Okay, so that's all about this stuff. I just want to share with you itself, and this is just a knowledge share. So that was the reason a new wallpaper I have built it from my side. So thank you so much once again. Take care. Bye bye. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Take care. Bye bye.